What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to WP Workshop. So what I have for you today is my holiday gift guide for that special WordPress enthusiast in your life. Let's check it out. Alright, and first off, let's just set some rules straight. So this is not about themes, this is not about plugins. I'm sure that whoever you're thinking about, getting a gift for, they probably already have a favorite theme, a favorite set of plugins or so you're not gonna surprise them with anything necessarily. So let's say this is about stuff that someone who's an enthusiast of WordPress might also like, /enjoy, /need, /want, whatever. So what we're gonna cover is some obvious stuff, some stuff that's less obvious, and some stuff that's just cool to have. Alright, let's check it out. And number one, right out the gate, something a bit unusual, at least when we talk WordPress, a Stream Deck. So this Stream Deck has been one of my favorite pieces of equipment this year or the previous year even though it was invented for streaming, of course. It's actually very useful for, let's say, classic office workflow. So what you can do with it is that you can configure it to either do simple things like launch certain apps, but you can also do automations, you can also do some macros, you can also do whole sequences of things. And overall, it's just a great device you can use to map things that you do the most often on your computer and have them get done much faster. For instance, I use mine to do a load of things. So of course I have the classic set of the apps I use the most often: Sublime Text, Slack, Notion. But I also have some other features, like for instance my productivity timers, my shortcuts to put application windows in different parts of my screen. And I'm also controlling zoom through it, which I enjoy very much, to be honest with you. The most useful buttons, of course, being the ones that let you turn on and off your camera and the microphone. It's very, very useful. Yeah, so that's that. Next one, a standing desk converter. I know that standing desks have been all the rage, 5 years ago, maybe more. Of course, standing, they say, is more healthy for you than just sitting for 8 hours straight or even more. So having a desk that can convert from like a sitting position to a standing position is a very good idea. I have one here. I've been using it for probably 5 years or more. Even more than 5 years, and it's been, operating without problem. It wasn't an expensive one. What I actually got was I think it's called a standing desk converter. So what it basically is that you just get a set of motorized desk legs, and you can put whatever top you want on top of the desk, of the legs. So you can get a countertop from IKEA or from wherever, and just, by the magic of electricity, you can tell it to go up and down at whatever height you preset. And those presets are also an awesome feature because you can basically program the ideal height for you when you're sitting down and also the ideal height when you're standing up. So I really recommend this. And best part, it's not even expensive. You can get it for around $150. The manufacturer isn't even important. I actually think that all of them come from the same factory somewhere in China, so it doesn't really matter. The brand doesn't matter. You also don't have to overpay. It's really all the same thing. Next one, and this is gonna be a bit more expensive of a gift. And what I'm talking about is a screen, a monitor that's not the standard landscape orientation, but a portrait one. So especially if you work with text a lot, as many people working with WordPress do, or source code, of course, then a screen that's taller than it is wider is gonna be a more productive arrangement for you, a more ergonomic one. I do have a screen like that right here. I've been using it for a couple of years now. I really enjoy it. At first, it takes some getting used to. But once you get used to it, working with any text, working with any source code is just way easier because you can just see more of it. I think they're about $600, $700 right now, but it might be well worth it. Next one, some fancy lighting. I've been a big fan of the Philips Hue system, light system. You don't see the colors exactly, but I'm using those lamps here all over the room. And they have one product that I enjoy very much. It's called the Philips Hue Play. It's those two lamps that you can just put on your desk, either facing you or facing the wall. And of course, those are RGB, which means you can use the whole power of the Philips Hue application, and you can set it to whatever mood you happen to be in right now. Next, Grammarly. It's the app that helps you make sure that your grammar is correct, that your spelling is correct. Especially useful if you're writing content in English and you want to make sure that you're not saying anything that just sounds weird. Plus, Grammarly, once you install it, it basically integrates with every input form that it sees on any website. So whenever you are creating a blog post in WordPress, or writing an email, or even writing comments in your code, you can tell Grammarly to check the grammar, to check the styling, to check the spelling, and to give you suggestions. I really recommend it. And by the way, yeah, I should have mentioned at the start, but I'm not affiliated with any of those companies. There are no affiliate links here or in the description of the video. Not because I don't want to make any money, just because, you know, the channel is too small for any affiliations. Either way, those are the apps I really enjoy. Next one, a good old-fashioned WordPress course. So if you want to learn WordPress, those things change a lot. And there have been a couple of courses recommended by people. One of them, 25,000 reviews, and the average is 4.7. This is a WordPress course about how to become a WordPress developer by Brad Schiff. It's a course on Udemy. And the thing with this platform is that depending on where you're from, depending on have you ever taken a course with them, the price you're gonna see is gonna be different basically every time. So it can be $60, it can be $50, it can be $15, or it can be free. So whatever it is, this one should be worth it. Check it out. Next one, a subscription to the Cursor AI. Cursor is one of those new breed kind of tools that appeared to take advantage of the new AI craze. And what's interesting about this one is that the AI helper that it offers is really, really good. I mean, I don't consider myself a master WordPress developer, but I find it quite curious about how effective this tool is at solving various development challenges or tasks you might have with WordPress. What's great about it is that you can just basically tell it what you want using natural language, and it will have some suggestions for you. And one interesting thing why I'm recommending Cursor and not, let's say, Replit, is because Replit doesn't work with PHP, which is kind of important if you want to do anything with WordPress. I mean, sorry, Replit works with PHP, just not the agent functionality that they offer. Agent meaning the AI thing. So Cursor does it all. The pricing is also very good. It's gonna be around $200. I think it's a great present for every WordPress developer. It really does speed up your workflow. It's really, really good. Next one, a good keyboard. And believe me, I do know a thing or two about keyboards. I'm kind of addicted probably to buying new keyboards. Either way, a keyboard is the kind of gift that everyone working with a computer will appreciate, and even if they already have a keyboard, which they probably do, doesn't matter how many keyboards someone has, they can always get another one. Some of my favorites include the whatever keyboards by Nufi, or everyone's all-time favorite Keychron. Also, this is kind of controversial, at least for some people. I'm a big fan of the official Apple keyboards. I really think they're great. The build quality is really good, and what's also good is that they do offer two main sizes. So you can get the full-size one, you can get the smaller one. Both are great products, and whoever you give them to is really gonna enjoy them. Speaking of devices, let's talk skins. So if you happen to be in the US, dbrand is a really cool company. They offer skins, which means basically stickers for phones, for laptops, for whatever. They offer some really interesting designs, really creative designs. So I'm sure you're gonna find something interesting for that special WordPress enthusiast in your life. And if you're not in the US, there are also similar companies everywhere, I assume. At least I know about at least one here in Poland. So I assume you should be able to find something similar in your country as well. Really cool, not really expensive. Check it out. And last one, a good quality desk mat. I have a couple of those here. So I have two leather ones that I bought from a company called ULX. And even though I am in Europe, I ordered mine from US and they arrived no problem, so you can actually get them, I think, worldwide or close to it. The product is really high quality. I see that right now they have different colors, they have different models, different sizes, you can pick your size. I also have like a wool felt mat right here, right now on my desk, but I think I got mine from Amazon. It's still good, no problems at all, not very expensive, a simple, cool gift that makes someone's desk look fresh and new. Alright, so that has been it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are some other gifts that you've stumbled upon on the web. I'm really curious to see them as well. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Karol, you can find me at wpwork.shop, and see you next time.